Superman? Question mark, question mark. More like super boring.
With the release of the new Superman movie, James Gunn's 2025 Superman, starring David Corenswet, moviegoers have been quick to share their thoughts and opinions on this highly anticipated movie. I don't just mean on YouTube or TikTok, where you see a lot of reviews. I mean on the review platform that there could ever be, ever. The infamous Rotten Tomatoes, a website known for its horrendously bipolar takes on very famous movies. As of right now, it seems the audience has a pretty clear picture of how well they like this movie. It is rated an 83% on the tomato meter, which is a pretty good score considering it's open for anybody to review. However, this isn't about the good reviews that the movie has received. This is about the bad reviews that the movie has received. Quite frankly, it's horrendous. This entire video will be us taking a look at some of the worst Superman takes of maybe ever. In fact, I was gonna say of the 21st century, this might be the worst Superman takes I've ever experienced, I've ever laid eyes upon, I've ever heard read out to me. These are down horrendous takes on Superman.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm Tanner.
And I'm Logan. We're the Gobstoppers. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so that you can become a Gobstopper yourself and that you can see the videos when we upload them, and leave a like so that we can make more in the future. Alright, let's get into the video. This one is 1 star. Didn't enjoy Superman at all. There was no real drama and the story didn't make sense. Poor characterization and the use of robots and huge kid-like monsters was farcical. DC have done a poor job on this outing of the Man of Steel. First of all, kid-like monsters. You're talking about I know he's talking about the little dinosaur I don't know the name of that turned into the big creature. And also the use of robots. That's like iconic Superman stuff. I hated that he wore blue and red and shot lasers and had super strength and flew. Pretty much. What are we talking about? It's robots. It's like the most DC you can get is to have robots in your story. Anybody complaining about the plot or narrative is like almost certainly just confused that it starts like at a climax.
Also, don't need to give the whole origin story. It's Superman. I feel like everyone and their grandma knows the whole origin story of Superman.
He gave it a 2-star review. Very cartoonish, not a shed of realism. It's Superman, you moron! He fights like big starfish and robots. 1 star, a visually barely acceptable film that completely misunderstands its main character. While 1 or 2 flying scenes capture a hint of Superman's iconic grace, the rest of it is childish, incoherent mess. The story is filled with flat humor, bizarre plot choices, and a Superman who comes across as emotionally unstable and morally inconsistent. Lex Luthor, what are we talking about, bro? Superman's just like he's just like, dude, he's just a guy. He's not always stoic or whatever. Lex Luthor shifts between genius and cartoon villain. Okay, so he's literally both. He's literally a genius cartoon villain.
Say something!
Lex Luthor is a villain from a cartoon. Yeah, sure, not all the humor is going to land with everybody because humor is super subjective. I'll give that to some people if they don't like that and they just prefer like Batman sitting on the lasso of truth and talking about how hot Wonder Woman is. Sure, okay. Bizarre plot choices, I mean, it's like almost... It could definitely be a comic. It's like you read like a 3rd issue of a story arc.
So is it bizarre? It seems like super... I thought it was super cookie cutter as far as superhero movies go.
It's pretty plain and cut on what's going on. A Superman who comes across as emotionally unstable and morally inconsistent. When is he morally inconsistent? He saves the dog, he saves the squirrel, he saves the boy, and he saves the girl. That's Superman. That's literally what he does. Emotionally unstable, I mean, not any more than like any average person. Like the angriest he ever gets is when Lois is interviewing him and he's just frustrated that she's like questioning him on his motives because everybody's gonna die. He literally says it. People were gonna die. 1 computer generated scene after another with a hard to follow, nonsensical story. Not hard to follow. Not hard to follow. How about, I have an idea. Get your nose out of the popcorn. Get your tongue off your straw and just lock in. It isn't hard to follow, like literally at all.
I don't take those reviews seriously. If they think this is hard to follow, then I think these are actually like preschoolers. They're like actually children.
Same review. The characters were uninteresting. You're telling me Mr. Terrific was uninteresting? What are you talking about? Mr. Terrific was like one of the best characters in the whole freaking movie. They made Guy Gardner interesting and likable. That guy's like the worst Green Lantern.
And Earth has a third Green Lantern, Guy Gardner.
No.
But we could really...
No.
I don't know how many posts I saw on like Instagram and TikTok following the movie saying like, oh, this movie was so good it actually made me want to like look more into Guy Gardner's story.
Yeah, I mean, I literally had no idea who Guy Gardner was before this movie. And Guy Gardner was like one of the funnier side characters.
Yeah, and he was like the good version of Guy Gardner you get in some stories. That if they made Guy Gardner that interesting, the new show that's coming out, the Green Lantern show with Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart, I'm actually excited for it. Think about the last time we got Green Lantern. It was Ryan Reynolds. We went from Ryan Reynolds, Hal Jordan, to Guy Gardner, and people like Guy Gardner more than Hal Jordan. Ugh, what a piece of shit! Do not waste your time or money. Stupid from start to finish. Not one interesting character and boring plot. Not one interesting character? Jimmy? Jimmy was ripped right out the comics. He looks just like him. He acts just like him. It's Jimmy. It's literally Jimmy. I don't know what we're doing, bro.
Superman in a baggy suit with a big red diaper. Didn't buy this movie from the start. Also, what's with those 4 Justice idiots? James Dunn missed with this one.
No, the suit, first of all, red diaper. Shut up, zip your mouth. You're an idiot. I'll say it right now. You're a moron. The trunks look better. The trunks make him Superman. There are things about the suit that I don't like, but the colors are vibrant. If Henry Cavill's colors weren't like muted, like gray navy blue and like pinkish red, maybe the suit would be better in my opinion. But we have a classic belt, we have classic boots, the red trunks, the blue's bright, the logo, and the collar are like the biggest things in my opinion that I would personally differ from. I like an open collar, Chris Reeve style, where you can see more of the neck. I like the S to be a little more S-y, but it's fine. I guess the biggest thing is the lines all over the suit. Yeah. I don't like the random lines and like the padding, the shoulder pads, because I want him to wear like just like cloth. But the suit is not so bad that it distracts from the entire movie. That's a ridiculous take.
This guy said this is not a Superman movie. It should be called Super Weak Man! Exclamation point. He was ridiculously beaten up so many times, not remembering to use his laser eye beams. He is powered by the sun, but yet he could be stuck in lava. It wasn't lava. They literally said it in the movie. It wasn't lava. It was like random, I can't even describe what it was because it's all fiction. It was like random black hole sludge or whatever. It was like made of pixels. I don't even know what it was.
They called it like quantum particles or something. But also, being powered by the sun doesn't mean you can hang out in lava and be charged up. Those aren't the same thing. The sun's not made out of lava.
Does one imply the other? He's powered by the sun. Why can't he just live on the surface of the sun?
He can go into the sun, but also the sun and lava aren't the same thing, even if it was lava. What are we talking about?
Bro, he's powered by the sun, so my flashlight should power him up, right? During the time when there was a huge monster or other aliens submerged to fight with Superman, instead of frantically running away, was taking mobile shots, eating and standing around very closely to watch. Are they talking about when he was in the apartment with Lois or whatever? Because I'm pretty sure that was you could see in the movie the Justice Gang was out there fighting it. Like, who gives a shit? He opened saying, "Nah, it's just an interdimensional imp."
The whole movie takes place in a universe where it's not like people want to see an origin story. They think there's no other superheroes and either Batman or Superman are the first. Like, it's clearly there's tons of superheroes. If the Justice Gang is comprised of, I keep saying this, but Guy Gardner, Mr. Terrific, and Hawk Girl, then there are 1,000 superheroes to choose from. It's not like they're the only 4 and they need him. It's like an established universe where that kind of event happens every day. I mean, just in the movie alone, they get attacked by the big eyeball star thing, which might be Starro. They get attacked by a big dinosaur. Lex Luthor cuts the whole planet in half, and everybody just goes back to work like a day later because they're used to it at this point. He's not going to be in every fight if the Justice Gang has it covered.
Yeah, it's 2025. I don't think skipping basic exposition is an issue for Superman. I feel like at this point, if you're going to watch a Superman movie and you don't know who Superman is, that's like your fault, honestly.
Also, to touch on the Justice Gang, they showed it. Sean Gunn has to show up in every James Gunn project, he shows up for like a short cameo, but he's playing Maxwell Lord, and he's the guy funding the Justice Gang. So it wouldn't surprise me if he's pulling some backwater deals or whatever to like stage assaults on Metropolis, knowing that the Justice Gang can handle it, so that they can fight it and get good publicity. That would not surprise me at all if that's where they're gonna go with this in like a future movie.
Yeah, I mean, it already shows they're building a big headquarters for them.
So beautiful.
This review, 1 star, it touches on one of the biggest inconsistencies with storytellers try to humanize Superman, and humanizes in quotes. That's the whole point of Superman. He's an alien from outer space, so he has superpowers, but he grows up as a human, so he cares. That's why General Zod and him fight, is because General Zod shows up with loyalty towards Krypton, and Superman chooses to be loyal towards humans. It's not like they're not trying to humanize Superman. Most of the stories, Zack Snyder does the opposite. He tries to alienate Superman. That's like the whole point of why Zack Snyder's Superman doesn't work. He sits in a courtroom when a freaking nuke goes off. And
he was aura farming.
And then when everybody gets incinerated, and all he does is shake his head no, like, damn, they got another one. It's like, that's not Superman. That's not Superman. People just want Superman to be like a god who just like shows up and destroys everything. But when writers want him to feel human, they often ignore his established rules. That's when fans like you and me call foul. Okay, bro. Don't include me in your escapades of nonsense and monkey business.
He literally said, "You, yes, you. On everyone's soul, we hate this movie."
Oh, they found us. They found us. Bro, this is an interesting take I've seen right here by D Alpha 3. It's 3.5 stars, and it says best Superman movie. Better than nostalgia Superman 2 and emo Man of Steel. A Superman we need today, full of hope. Kindness is punk rock. It is not perfect, but it is entertaining like Deadpool and Wolverine. First of all, But better than nostalgia Superman 2 is an interesting take, considering it's objectively worse than Superman 1. Because my dad's favorite Superman movie is Superman 2. But if you watch them back, it's not better than the first Superman. He fights like weird General Zod and his henchmen. It's also the origin of Superman kissing Lois Lane and erasing her memory, which is horrendous, and it's got to be one of the least Superman things I've ever seen, besides him rebuilding the Great Wall of China with his mind or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this is my favorite Superman movie that I've ever watched. When I watched this movie, I was like, oh yeah, I'd rather watch this over Superman 1. Maybe it's not better, but at least personally, I'd watch this movie over all the other ones.
I think it also just like depends on the mood I'm in, because sometimes, I'll even admit it, sometimes I do want to just watch Man of Steel, but that's not because it's like I think it's a better movie or it's a better interpretation of the hero. I like Henry Cavill as Superman, and sometimes I want to just see him blow up a gas station. But if I'm in the mood for Superman, it's definitely going to be Superman 1 with Christopher Reeves or this one. You know what would have actually made Superman better? If Sean Gunn was playing Clark Kent. I think that would have been lit.
Only Clark Kent though.
Yeah, and it cuts to David Corn Sweat for that would have been. Oh no! If Ultraman when he beat the mask off him was Sean Gunn.
So stupid.
So, wait,
and then James Gunn comes and says, "This is my evil brother," and then they fight.
They don't address the fact that they don't look the same. They still pretend they're clones. He's a clone. He's a faulty clone. He looks like a moron.
So dumb. The only thing I can think of plot-wise that I critique is the drones that Lex Luthor uses. I just don't understand how Superman couldn't like have seen those from like the first fight that he had with freaking.
Oh, like destroyed him immediately.
Yeah, I just don't get it. But I mean,
yeah, that's fair.
other than that, I don't know. I think I like literally every single character and actor in that movie. I think the movie was good. I don't know. It's obviously not perfect, but
I think we could have got more Smallville, more on the farm than what we did. But maybe that'll be in the second one.
yeah.
Smallville's a pretty big like it's a character in of itself, like all the community and like the small townness. I think we could get more of that.
Wait a minute. I just saw this review, the Tafasar. 7 minutes. That's how long I made it into the new Superman movie before walking out. 7 minutes? What happened in 7 minutes? He got picked up by Crypto and taken back to his lair or whatever.
I think that guy walked out when he saw Bradley Cooper.
Who could have known so much stupid could be crammed into so few minutes? The CGI dog, the Crystal Palace. Also, the CGI for the dog was super good. Not once when I was watching Crypto did I think, oh, that's a CGI dog, honestly. The Crystal Palace appearing out of nowhere. The exposition robots, the hologram parents. So this guy literally did leave, like when he got to the bubblehead laser monster. Okay, so he left like. You're not allowed to write a review if you walked out of the movie though. That's like default.
What the hey, dude? He heard that and said, "Hell no!"
Said that motherfucker should have said, "What the fuck, dude?"
Superman curses. My Superman is a hairy chest.
My Superman would have blown Crypto's head smooth off.
yeah. He would have froze Crypto instead of fighting him.
That's funny to imagine he getting mad at what the hey, dude. I'm imagining people in the theater when he says what the hey just freaking out, throwing their popcorn. You fucking kidding me?
Fireworks off.
You fucking kidding me? Or yeah, or freaking out like, oh my, yeah, like it's the best thing ever. Is that the chicken jockey of Superman? What the hey, dude?
Yeah, I think that actually is the chicken jockey of Superman. But like, for some people, it's like a negative reaction.
We have to start that trend. We have to hop on it now on TikTok. It'll be literally the next chicken jockey. We have to pretend we're in a theater.
What's the format?
And then when what the hey happens, like, you know when all the chicken jockey ones, like the theaters would erupt,
yeah.
we have to like fake that.
They set fireworks off and like,
hey,
and like throw their popcorn.
Yeah, we have to do that for people freaking.
Yeah, but it's also like not like in the Minecraft movie. Everything gets quiet, it zooms in on him and he goes, chicken jockey. But in this one, it's like, it's very just like a throwaway line that's supposed to like make you like experience his personality. So it would be so out of place because he immediately starts talking afterwards. He would just be like, like, what the hey, dude? I told you, oh! Just us screaming, just the two of us. It's like be so out of place. We'd immediately get arrested, bro. Also, wait, real quick. Who voices 4 in the movie? Or Gary or whatever he named himself.
It's the guy that does like every voice acting ever.
Alan. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, I do know him. It's Alan Tudyk or whatever his name is. Tudyk. You know what's crazy? When we were watching the film, I watched it with my aunt. She leans over and she's trying to talk through the whole movie, and I'm ignoring her and telling her to keep quiet because it's just like what old people do. She leans over and she goes, "That's Willem Dafoe," and I go, "That's not Willem Dafoe."
Wait,
and
for
goes,
Gary?
Definitely
For the voice of Gary?
For freaking Gary. And she goes, "That's Willem Dafoe. That's for sure Willem Dafoe." And a lot of times she's spot on, and I look at her and I go, "That's not Willem Dafoe." And then she said it again, and I ignored her. And then, like, halfway through the movie, when we see 4 again, Gary, she's like, "Oh, that's not Willem Dafoe." And I was like, "Yeah, I know it's not Willem Dafoe. It doesn't sound anything like Willem Dafoe. Willem Dafoe is 90 or whatever. He doesn't sound like that." That is like,
If it was Willem Dafoe's voice, that should be so funny.
I knew for like instantly that wasn't Willem Dafoe.
But it's just him in character from The Lighthouse. Hark ye, Superman.
Yeah. When Superman shows up to the Fortress of Solitude and he's jabbing that screwdriver into his head, that should have been the voice by Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
Why would they cast Willem Dafoe as freaking Gary?
Yeah, Willem Dafoe is for the robot, aka Gary.
I don't know, bro. These takes are horrendous. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed that little breakdown we did. It's our first official video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any critiques for the channel, put them in the comments, and make sure to press the like button if you liked it. If you didn't like it, press the dislike button. We want the real review of our review, if you know what I mean, if you catch my drift. So I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for the next episode, and welcome to the Gobstoppers.
Bro, this review, 2 out of 5. Well, ... improper use of ellipses. It certainly took me by surprise, ... space, improper use of ellipses, by how bad it was. And then she does
Are you looking
M
at
dash
audience
M
review?
dash M. Yeah. It says maybe. That's literally how they typed it. Well, her name's Maria.
That's literally freaking.
But this movie make my eyes water.